welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be letting you know if the new Bloterazzi product from Beauty Blender is going to be a Woop or a Womp. I believe their last product was the Body Blender, which I didn't get because I just didn't need it. But now their latest product is called the Bloterazzi by Beauty Blender, and these are 2 washable all blotting sponges. This is basically a compact, which you can see the packaging in the back, and it's a compact that's going to have 2 sponges. In between, there's going to be a barrier so it's more hygienic so that both sponges stay clean. And the reason why they named it the Bloterazzi is because you are going to use these to blot your face. Blah, blah, blah. So I thought this was a great time because I actually got this product about 2 or 3 weeks ago and I have not opened it yet, and this is supposed to help replace your blotting oil sheets. I'm a big time fan of using blotting sheets. They're very convenient. It's very easy just to slip into the purse. You don't need to continuously cake on powder to kind of cover up your oils. I like just soaking them up, and then if I want to powder and I kind of like move my makeup a little bit around because of the sheets, then I'll go ahead and powder over. So this is supposed to replace those oil sheets so that all you need to do is just blot with this sponge. So this is the first time I've ever used this. Like I said, I figured this would be good because I have some oils coming through and I am wearing foundation. I can peel this off, but this is the mirror. I'm not going to. So this is the first sponge, and then there is, oh, that's the barrier. I thought it was like a legit like little casing in between. It's just this little clear plastic that just kind of separates the barrier from both sponges. The reason why they do that is because it's supposed to be more hygienic so you don't put your oils and dirt on top of a new clean sponge. I really thought it was like a plastic kind of thing that should be lifted and put back, which I think is a little bit better. I probably will most likely lose this because whenever I get plastic slips, even in eyeshadow palettes, they just disappear. It's like that missing sock. It's just the missing slip in my eyeshadow palette, just like how this will probably be missing too. So that's kind of already a downside. I wish there was some sort of, I don't know, permanent flap in there, just because I think it would be more convenient. And then it says, "Don't toss me" on the plastic. We won't toss you, but we'll probably lose you. So as you can see, this is what the Bloterazzi sponge looks like, and it's supposed to be obviously mimicking the Beauty Blender, but the reason why they wanted to make it in the shape of the Beauty Blender so that you can reach all those crevices of the face. So say like you have blotting paper, sometimes you have to really get in that nitty gritty and kind of push it down to get that, you know, that sheet in there. For this, it's just supposed to be a sponge that can fit all over. So like I said, this is supposed to lift the oils, and it's not supposed to maneuver or manipulate the makeup that you have on. I was very kind of like, oh, well, sometimes makeup just lifts. That's just what happens. But this is supposed to be claiming that it will not lift it. So let's try it. What is this? Let's start with the major area that I have oils in is my T-zone. Let's start with the nose area. So let's see if it really lifts the shine. I'm just going to just blot away, absorb all the oils. I see some makeup on there. But I will say it's taking away the oils. Do you guys see that? I do see makeup though on this sponge. Let me just bring it over to this area of my forehead. I'm just using my viewfinder as my mirror. Okay, it didn't lift too much makeup. There still is a little bit of makeup over here. I mean, it is lifting, but I actually expected that. I didn't think that one product is just gonna lift those oils and not lift anything else with it. This is highlighter, not grease, so yeah. So far I'm blotting and it is lifting some makeup, but if you can see my face, let's just ignore my blush and stuff. Let's try to just blend this out so it doesn't look so disgusting and weird and patchy. But I wanted to wait till the end of the day where I was truly like oily to see if this would even work. Okay, that's not working. Let's just move on to the review. Now I'm gonna try from my eyebrow. So I'm just going to blot and see. Okay, so yeah, part of my eyebrow came off. There's one. And let's just do the other side. Okay, yeah. It lifted some of it, but like I said, that was actually expected. But I will say, do you see how my face is much more matte? It didn't lift too much makeup, but I think that's great. I thought it was gonna lift way more than that. So for this being my first time using this and just lifting up my oils, what I had, and I've worn my makeup for 9.5 hours because I'm doing another review on a foundation right now, and I think this is pretty darn awesome. I mean, look. It lifted a lot of the oils, like I look more matte, and I didn't have to add on more powder because I used to be one of those girls that would just powder, powder, powder. Then by the end of the night, it's like, whoa, where is your face, girl? So I have to say, this thing is pretty darn good, and I'm actually already gonna say it's a Woop. This is exactly what I want my oil sheets to be doing anyhow, and sometimes I have to continuously grab more sheets and more sheets because, let's be real, when you get oily, do you ever just use one sheet? I feel like one sheet is just for the nose area. I mean, I know you can always flip it over and use the corners of it, but there's never enough space for like all the oiliness going on unless you are not that oily of a person. I'm really surprised how well this worked. And I'm gonna say this is a Woop. I'm really pleasantly surprised. I wasn't sure if this was gonna be one of those gimmicky products or not, and this definitely isn't. Just so you can see just like the width of the sponge itself, and I really love this product. Only downside I would say is that I'm not a big fan of this plastic cover right here. So whenever you use this, you need to make sure that you don't just like continuously use it and use it and use it. You have to clean it. You can use the Beauty Blender solid cleaner or whatever brush cleaner you have. They also have the liquid. I'm a fan of the solid. I don't know what it is. Other people have recommended some other bars of soap that are much cheaper or alternative, but I just stick to the solid because I love it. It makes my brushes super white and it just cleans my sponges just like, it's just bomb. But I will say that definitely make sure that you clean this baby so that you don't have all these nasty germs up in here, because that is not good. And I also love how there's two sponges. So if you get really lazy, because it's almost like, you know, when you don't want to clean your makeup brushes, you know the struggle. Pop this baby out, and then there is some ventilation now that I see that, which is excellent because that's really hygienic as well, so that you don't just like store, just like make it into like an incubator and then all of a sudden all these spores all over your sponge. That's not cute. Put the sponge that you use down at the bottom and then just store that, and you're like, I'll wash that later. And then you can have your clean sponge right on top, and you have this little compact. I mean, I know that some people will probably say that this itself is just kind of bulky, but honestly, this is just like a compact. So think of Beauty Blender probably just saving you from cake face. Just, they don't want you to bring your compact, probably just bring this so you can just blot away, because look, it didn't manipulate my makeup to the point where it's like I have, you know, patches of my skin peeking through where all of a sudden I need like more powder just to kind of balance it out. Make sure you're not rubbing this on your face, because I can see how some people might do that and be like, I thought I wasn't supposed to take off my makeup. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know down below if you have used this product and what you think about it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to follow all my social medias. I'll link them down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah!